and we are live on the Popko Project podcast. Tonight I'm joined by a couple dudes from the band The Break Plans. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us on the show, man.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, so it turns out that we have a mutual interest in music. A gentleman by the name of Telko. And that's how you found me and I found you. And that's a great project that he has.
Yeah, one of our fans, we put out a post asking for bands we should be playing with or, looking to book some shows. And we were referred to Telko, and I checked out Telko and really cool stuff. And then I checked out the interview a little bit and all that kind of stuff, the podcast, and that brought us here. Yeah.
Yeah, that was back in, I think, January, which seems like yesterday, but also a lifetime ago.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So The Break Plans is, like I said, a band from New Jersey. You guys formed in the summer of 2019, but you kind of just got started. And then when you guys kind of were ready to launch, so to speak, we all know what happened in early 2020. The pandemic decided to fuck up everything.
Dun dun.
Yeah.
To say the least. So, I mean, you guys have some stuff available on the streaming services now. I know we're going to talk about you have a new song coming out in a few weeks. I mean, the 5th of November.
Yeah, 5th of November. So should be is it 1 week?
Actually,
right?
yeah, like a week.
Yeah,
a week and
yeah.
actually, yeah. So
Week
midnight tonight will make it a week.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, Jesus, man. Yeah. Well, this might come out after the song is released or before, so it's not important. I mean, we'll still talk about the song and what you guys have going on, but
wait, go listen to it, please.
Yeah, if you're listening to it after November 5th, go stream it right now. If you're listening to this before November 5th, get ready. Get ready.
Put it on repeat when you go to sleep.
Yeah.
It's like two and a half minutes, I want to say. So
pre-save it on Spotify or whatever. But what are you drinking?
Wine, white wine.
Okay.
Yes. All right.
Like is he fancy? Oh, I'm drinking Diet Coke.
Oh, all right. Yeah, we're questionable alcoholics over
I
here.
actually kind of got Colton hooked on wine.
He did.
I did, yeah.
And then
when we first met.
Yeah. And then whenever he comes over, it's usually we figure it's gonna be like, all right, let's just do a bottle of wine and
gentlemen and
like classy.
I drank last night, so I was like, maybe I should just take a break tonight. Or I would be joining you. So that's unfortunate, but enjoy. I'm like, they're not drinking like fancy water, are they?
No.
a New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc.
I wish I liked wine. I just can't get into it.
Oh man, I wish I didn't like it as much.
Oh, it goes down so easy, man. It goes down so easy.
It does.
Yeah. So Colton and Mike, talk a little bit about the break plans. The pandemic broke your plans for your launch, so to speak. Talk about the band. Talk about what you guys do, and talk about all of it. I mean, the preparation to kind of kick this project off in 2020. Obviously, like I said, it's kind of came to a halt, and then we'll get into where we're going or where you're going.
Yeah. So I've been doing music a good majority of my life, I guess, and got to the point where I wanted a bandmate. So I put out an ad on Craigslist, which is actually how we ended up meeting and forming the band. So we met on Craigslist, and then Mike always loves to joke about that story, but for sure we went to the he says I had a head shop, but we went to the bar because you
did have a head shop. It was like a head shop.
So this is like a legit like Craigslist ad, and then
for a band.
And and like usually when you scroll through, it's like 3 sentences, and this guy had like
3 paragraphs.
It wasn't a head shot; it was a full body shot.
He thinks it was
with his sunglasses on, standing like in Asbury Park at the sunset.
Now, was Mike your first meeting, or were there like scenarios before him?
Mike was the first person. So I'm sure you know, it's kind of like online dating. So you email back and forth.
I don't. I've been with the same girl for how many years is it now? 13, 14 years.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. So I always say like I'm kind of happy I never got into the dating scene online, but I'm also curious as to how that would have played out. But I've as they say, I outkicked my coverage. So I'm doing all right.
Yeah,
But
there,
yeah, so
yeah, there were a couple people that kind of would send messages, hey, looking to do this, but most times it was, hey, I see you're a singer, and then it's like that's the only part of the ad that they read, and they were like, oh yeah, I'm into like metal, or I'm into thrash rock, or which I enjoy that kind of music, and I listen to music, but that's not the kind of music that I want to make. So I'll never forget. Yeah, I got a text, I think a text or email, or whatever, basically saying, hey man, like, I love the references, because I was like looking to do like Killers, Coldplay, like, kind of vibes. And he was like, dude, I love the references. He's like, a lot of people, I guess he was dealing with the same thing. He's like, a lot of people want to do harder rock or whatever. So I was glad, blah blah blah. We ended up chatting for a little bit, and then I was like, hey, let's grab a beer. And then I feel like we kind of hit it off. Went back to his place, and
went back to my place.
So funny.
Made some music together, and
made some sweet
some beautiful music,
sweet music, yeah.
Romance. But yeah, I mean, long story short, yeah, he posted the bands that I liked: Coldplay, The Killers, One Republic, and I'm not in love with like all of them, but I know I'm a huge Killers fan, so I was like, sounds good to me. And honestly, on Craigslist, if you've ever looked through Craigslist, it's always like thrash rock, metal, like funk. Heavy, like it's never like you find someone that's like The Killers and Coldplay. So I was like,
find like those old rock and rollers who are like,
let's sort of
doing their thing.
Let's sort of cover band.
Yeah. Cover band or wedding bands, which we don't.
Not to knock it.
Yeah,
but I wasn't looking for that. Yeah,
people that like to do that, cool. But one of the biggest things we love doing is writing music, and that's another thing that brought us together, because it was like, I was like, yo, I got some songs that I never really finished. Like, if you want to hear them. He's like, cool. I've got songs that I've done with like previous bands. We never released them because like people would be sketchy with the band or whatever. So we kind of had like a demo day where like, I was like, he showed me show me yours, I'll show you mine. So he was showing me his songs, and I was, and it's just getting the puns are getting out of there.
Yeah, that's perfect.
But yeah, I mean, I guess to sum it up was I was in a bunch of bands for a long time that never did anything. We were just like rehearsal bands.
And I was in a room very, very much smaller than this, but kind of doing my thing with a little, piano and a little guitar and the obviously the MacBook, and just trying to make beats, if you will. Yeah.
So we linked up. And,
and then we basically wrote songs, or we had the songs, like I said, and then we started kind of working on production, and then inviting some producers that we had met to kind of help work on these songs, and we ended up coming up with pretty much our first EP, I want to say. And like you briefly touched on, so that first EP, when that was like fully done and like fully released, we had plans to not tour per se, but we had plans to do all these shows. We had our half-hour set, we were tight, we had rehearsed, we sounded good, and the pandemic happened.
Yeah. So I mean, I talked to a lot of musicians that this podcast is basically 90% music, and I hate talking about it, but it's like we have to, because it was such a
It was like a year out of everybody's life,
longer. It's I mean, it's still kind of like not back to normal. I don't think we'll ever see normal again. It's gonna be a new normal. I hate that phrase too. But I mean, it's still like it's hard to navigate, and we'll get to that point too. But I mean, when it hit, I mean, how did you? What were you guys thinking? How did you guys feel?
Well, I think I remember
the day it happened. So I was actually in Puerto Rico on vacation.
Sweet.
And so it's this little island called Vieques off Puerto Rico. I love that place, like my favorite place I've ever been to. But anyway, it's like this golf cart island. Like, they don't even have a hospital. It's like really, really small island. Pretty like really chill, whatever. They had these pickup trucks with PA speakers in the back going around being like, if you do not live in Puerto Rico, vacate the island immediately. And I'm like, oh boy, like,
oh wow.
Half of me was like, yo, have somebody ship me my laptop, and I think I'm just gonna stay here.
Yeah, but that's like the wrong place to be. If you're on an island, maybe it's like you're away from the
it reminds me of those survival movies where you're in a good place until the first case is on the island, then everybody's like,
yeah. That is a movie. This whole situation is a movie.
Yeah, seriously, man.
But I think like as far as like band wise, I feel like those first couple weeks, maybe a month, nobody really knew what was going on, like how long it was going to be. We kept thinking 2 weeks,
14 days to stop the spread now.
Well, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, and we were like, you know what, we'll live off some Instagram lives. We'll keep booking because we were booking. We actually had some other shows booked for like May and June.
And then remember too, we started working on like online advertising, stuff like that. Yeah. And we were like, all right, let's try and pivot to the online world, you know, so far. And we were, I don't know if we're allowed to say this, right? But we were pretty much still hanging out throughout the whole thing. You know, we're pretty much like,
well, it was warm. So we were in my backyard like every day.
Yeah, we were outside.
We were on my deck every day, like honestly. Yeah. But you know, we were safe. But I mean, but with that said, you know, I think like everybody, we were trying to do what we could, trying to be as safe as possible, and just try to game plan. And so yeah, we're doing a lot of Instagram lives, a lot of that kind of stuff. And we do have a nice online following, and it is cool. Like we have a lot of small pockets around the country and some around the world. So it's nice, you know, it's nice. And we were really looking to grow our home base area, like where we're from. That was kind of the thing, and that's what kind of hurt the most, where we couldn't play that hometown show, kind of get more into the hometown area. And you know, now things are starting and happening, and we're trying to get back out there now.
Yeah.
All right. So you get through the past year that has been the shit show that it's been. You said you did a lot of like some live stream things, and I think that's really a cool way for bands and musicians to kind of connect with their audience. Do you think that that's something you'll continue to do, you know, even as we kind of exit this pandemic and all this stay at home and don't go out? And
the thing I'll say about it was, I know this sounds so like cliche, but it was cool for a little bit. Then it got overplayed as hell because everybody was doing it. And then it was like a little oversaturated. And what I think is you'll find like people, if like, I guess the better thing is like if people kind of like, if everybody stops doing it, I think it'll start to become like cool again. And we would like, I mean, we've been talking about this even before a pandemic, which is not necessarily the live stream, but you know, having us kind of in like one room, you know, playing together, and then whether, you know, pre-recording that and then streaming that live or doing something like that. We like doing stuff like that. I mean, we randomly pop on live too. And, you know, we did a bingo night, I remember, or not bingo. We did a trivia night.
Trivia night. Yeah.
Trivia night, which I got the host. That was fun.
Yeah.
But, well, I think it's a great way to connect with your audience. I mean, and you know, they say content is king now. So it's like, I guess true. It's a good thing to have in your back pocket to kind of do on occasion.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, and now TikTok is it's
oh man, I wish I could figure it out. It's such a young kid thing.
Do you guys have TikTok?
We have our hand. So we're pretty good at pretty much like every social media and website and everything. We have our at the break plans. Like, I don't think we've missed any of them.
No.
Yeah, we have like all of them. So we have it, but we've done like what?
It's been very, I don't know. We have like probably 10 or 11. It's just hard to figure out. It really is.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I'm too old. I'm actually going to be today's the 28th 28th. We said I'm going to be 39 in like 4 days. Wait, November 1st is my birthday.
November 1st. Oh,
yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, man.
Thanks. Yeah. So, but like I'm old and I'm not funny either. So it's like I don't know how to utilize the platform to my advantage, whether it's, you know, promoting this or anything really. I just don't know how to like. It just seems like really complicated. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just, you know, too old and I don't want to learn.
You know, I'm with you, man. I'm you know, I'm not that, you know, I'm not as old, I guess, but it's still for me, man. Like
thanks for that.
Like, yeah, like, you know, I tried. I realized as soon as I said that, I was like, how do I make this?
I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding.
But yeah, so like my girlfriend's a little bit younger than me, and she knows how to like do this stuff. So I'm like, I don't get it. Like you know how like there's the sound, right? And then you can take your video and put it over the sound. So like now there's like prank ones where it's like, you know, somebody calls and they're like, oh, your card went through for $11,000, and you film the person as it's like doing it. But she can do all that stuff. I have no idea how. So I just give her my phone. I'm like, can you do this? She's like, it's you do this and that. It's so easy. And you're like, okay.
Maybe it is easy. I don't even know.
Honestly, I'm about to like take a class on YouTube, how to TikTok.
You probably could.
I mean, honestly,
everything's on YouTube nowadays, man.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'll bring this up because it was already known on Instagram. So our drummer, in our outside band lives, he's actually a police officer, right? So he had to go.
But He's a good one. He's
a great guy.
Yeah.
He actually just became a police officer past like half a year. So, but he had to go shut a party down, right? And when he showed up, because it was like a noise violation, he saw a band playing, and he's like, you know what? I'm not going to shut you down yet.
One more song.
I want to play one more song with you guys.
But I get to play.
With you. He's a drummer, obviously. So it made all the news. It made all the national news, the headlines, everything, right?
Yeah.
It was on like every news channel in New York, actually in Philadelphia. It was on CNN, right? So why I'm saying this is I was like, well, maybe the band can kind of like capitalize off this moment. I'm going to post it on TikTok. It'll blow up. It'll go viral. 100 views. 100 views. But
it's not even like
but yeah, and it was like, but yet he goes on like the news, and the news can blow him up, but we couldn't. So going back to your TikTok thing about how does it work, I have no idea, because I thought for sure posting a video of our drummer at the party from the news would blow us up. Nothing.
Yeah,
so I can't figure it out either, to answer your question.
Yeah, well, you know what? I don't want to sound sexist, because that's not my goal, and I don't think it is, but like, women have a lot easier time to gain followers and views simply by doing like this. Like,
true. Yeah.
You know, it's crazy. Men are suckers.
Yeah. That's a whole section of Instagram. You look at like Barstool and everything like that. They've been doing that, they've been doing that shit for forever, the smoke shows of the week or whatever. Mm-hmm. And you're right. And guys, they love to scroll and double tap, and then that makes sense, It's
because I know TikTok is it's run really by viewing time, and that's how it gets promoted to more and more people's feeds. So if you're a guy and if you're not even double tapping the like, and you're watching for 10 seconds, 15 seconds, that carries over to more time. The algorithm's fine, So I know the screen time thing is really important, capturing the first 10, 15 seconds. But yeah, I mean, I totally hear what you're saying.
It's amazing, like what this phone can do now. And it's kind of scary. I just saw the other day, and like I kind of knew it was happening, but there was a news report about it, so I kind of like looked into it. And how Alexa, right now she's already lighting up back there, right? So there are times like she'll record everything that you say. Even times when you're not speaking to her, she'll record things if she's triggered to it. So I opened up the settings in the we'll call it A, in the A app. And sure as shit, like I went to the settings and the privacy, and like there's just days and days and months and probably years of just like
MP3s, right?
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
Wow.
Like, I mean, like I said, I knew it was happening, but to kind of see it, and like I was playing the clips, and like it's mostly me saying like, hey, so and so, set a timer for however many minutes, or what's the weather. It's not like anything fun by any means, but still it's creepy.
That is creepy.
You know what's funny? We got a Alexa like 2 years ago, I want to say at Christmas, and same thing. I set it up. And I started to realize, like, I don't use it, like it's like, what? Hey, Alexa, what's the weather? And so I realized, like, I don't use this thing. And then, all those things were coming out, and I don't have a tinfoil hat per se, but I'm also, not a big fan of like, cameras in your house. Like the Rings I get for outdoors, but people like, I'm like inside the house. I don't want that shit. I don't care if it protects me. I don't want that. It's my house, privacy.
Yeah, I don't think we have privacy anymore. That's I'm always the kind of guy that says like, well, I'm not doing anything wrong, so like, what am I worried about, right?
Yeah.
But there's more to it than that. I think it's just this invasion of privacy, and we as individuals are such a valuable commodity. And
I think about all the data mining and how everybody kind of how valuable we are, to them,
and we're so valuable, and we're not getting paid. The fuck?
I'll tell you though, whoever's targeting my ads is good as shit, because I see something and they target me and I'm like, I'm not gonna get it. And like a week later, I'm like, I'm thinking about getting it. And 2 weeks later, I'm like, God damn it, I got it.
I got paid today. I get it. Yeah. Yeah. And there are probably more deliveries on Fridays. It's all a game.
That's hilarious.
I'm excited. I have a ficus coming in tomorrow, because I've been talking about fake plants and fake trees. Because I have cats, and I also like things, plants die around my house. So they finally targeted me. I got one. It's like 6 feet though. It's pretty dope.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Amazon deliveries, baby.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
So if you guys ever figure out TikTok, let me know
I will definitely. I'll definitely let you know.
because
So frustrating.
it's funny though. I mean, it's fun to watch.
It is.
Dude, I spent hours yesterday on TikTok. I tried not to send you every single one that I like.
Well, it's mostly I watch cooking videos because I find all my
yeah.
cooking recipes like smash burgers.
like
Right.
I just started like a month ago at smash burgers.
Dude, they're legit as hell. Because that's another thing we like doing it, even as a band and friends, cooking and barbecuing, smoking
food.
Yeah. I find a lot of like just household stuff that is interesting. Like I just found out that there's a filter in your dishwasher.
Yeah. I figured mine out because mine smelled real bad.
Yeah.
Google it. Yeah, at the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a filter in your dishwasher. I've been 36 years go by, and I'm like, what?
I think I might need to change that filter.
I was 8 years old when I found out there's a filter.
Yeah. There's this guy who does like, I wish I knew this before I was in my 30s. Have you seen that guy?
Oh, but I got about a week to go. So send that over my way.
Yeah. So you shot me over some information, and we can just get right into that too, since you mentioned it. Like so there's a new song coming out. Is that the song that you're releasing?
Yeah.
Sad sometimes.
Yeah.
All right. So you said this is like it's like a sad boy song because you have a milestone birthday coming up.
Yeah. Oh, you gave him that. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I got a milestone birthday. So
the big 3-0 coming up.
Yeah. So I'm like, how old can this guy actually be? Like, I mean, like, is he being a baby about turning like 25? It turns out it's just 30.
30. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I guess
I'm still 20. I'm still about 24, 25 at heart. I'm not 21 anymore.
I think you're like 17 at heart.
All right. Well, there
you go. like you're still sneaking out.
I won't go. Yeah.
I can't bring it from my parents; they'll judge me.
It's like, oh, my girlfriend doesn't know I'm drinking.
But yeah.
You want to? Here's a funny. You think 30 is bad, right? I'm almost 40, right? I'm going to be 39 in a few days. So let's just call it 40. Let's round up, call it 40. So I sit back, and in my life, I'm like, if I live to 80, that's pretty good, right? So my life is almost half over, or basically half over. And then out of those 40 years left, how many of those are going to be good years? And I say good as in like no major health issues, no broken bones, no busted hips, or whatever it might be. How many?
Yeah,
40 of them, 40 of them knock on
wood. The way I look at it now is everyone's going strong now. I mean, like,
yeah, people gonna live. Yeah,
I'm thinking 100 is going to be the
100's the new 80.
Yeah,
I'm not. I mean, 100 would be great, but I'm not.
It's funny. Like I looked at like photographs of my grandparents, and they looked old. But
right.
But my parents at the same age don't look as.
I don't
old.
know though. I don't know because then for example, like I refed and like you coach like high school, and I refed high school sports. Yeah. And the older you get, you see these freshman kids come in, you're like, dude, that kid's 6 years old. There's no.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I think it's honestly just age, and you get, like your parents might have looked older when you were young, but now that you get older, because for example, a lot of my friends are actually, I have a brother's like 6 years older than me, but a lot of my friends just throughout over the years have always been older. And then, and then friends, and then neighbors of friends. So it's the guy who's like, I think he's like 50, Turtle is this year. So I've had older friends, but to me, yeah, dude, it's like when you say 39, like I just don't see that, it's crazy to me. We all seem, so young, it's
weird.
I really think we're living through honestly a different time now. I feel like we're being connected to everything on social media and all this kind of stuff. I think it's making us feel younger, even if we aren't. But honestly, like I said, I think like there's something to do with eating better, eating right. We know more about nutrition now than we did 20, 30 years ago, working out, moisturizing, right? So
Mike's naming all the things I don't do.
Yeah. I was just going to say, same thing. I don't eat well. I don't work out. I'm drinking diet soda. You guys are drinking alcohol. Like,
yeah.
Come on.
But I don't know.
No, he's good. He eats really clean. He works out all the time.
Yeah, I can see that.
I just kind of live my life.
Shame on you. Shame on you.
Shame.
No, you got to try.
Shame.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Yeah.
It's just I mean, there's definitely time to do it, but you get older. I've got a wife. I've got a kid now, and it's just like I do this. Like I do this when he's gone to bed, so that way I don't like miss out on time with him. And I mean, I don't know, man. It's just like there's a lot going on, and I just said the other day, like when we were growing up, or our parents growing up, I feel like they went to work 9 to 5, came home, and they were kind of done for the night.
Yeah.
Not everyone. I mean, obviously, there's people who work insane hours, and doctors and things like that, and business owners and shit. But like today, it's we're constantly doing something, and then we're connected to work by our phones. So like, even when we're home, we're still working, or we're doing stuff like this. We're constantly doing things. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, that was always the big thing for me. Is you used to be able to, when you're done with work, you're done with work. Now it's you got like, and even you probably too remember. You remember when a text message was kind of like a text to voicemail, which means like, hey, get back to me in a couple days. Now it's like, oh, he left me on red, or on red. Yeah.
I remember when you get charged for like every word or every text.
Every text it was like 10 cents, and then
it was like
we go on vacation. I never
like,
forget, it was roaming. So my parents were like, don't turn your phone on in Mexico.
If you called longer than a minute, you got charged.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it was like, remember, it's like,
or you had the minutes,
free weekends,
left.
free weekends, and
free after 9.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, to answer your question about the song itself, so
we're getting way.
No, it's okay. I was just gonna.
Mike's like, listen, back to the song. Let's go.
Well, I was gonna get. I was about to Colton. No, I could talk for this, but I was just gonna say that Colton, he was telling me one day, is like, yo, I got like really depressed and sad, and I got a little drunk, and I wrote a song
in this room,
and it's really good, and I want it to be a birthday song for myself, because I was like, all right, I'll check it out, and I was like, this is actually pretty good. So we ended up working on a little bit more together, fixing some verses.
That
and
was
stuff.
when when was the first draft? I don't really remember.
Probably like 2 months ago. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. So it was like in this room. So
it was like because if I could really just get into it, because of the seasons changing, it was going from summer. It was getting a little chillier.
Mike's poo-pooing my feelings over here.
And I remember him.
How dare you, Mike? How dare you?
He's like, I hate the cold.
If you don't care about his mental health, who will?
Mike.
Actually, I think I'm the biggest supporter of his mental health.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Mike's the one who Mike's like, yo, you alive? You good over there? Yeah. I'm alive.
Because usually we'll text back and forth pretty much all day, every day. But if I don't hear from him for like a couple of hours, I'm like, yo, you all right?
You guys are soulmates.
We ended up, things worked out.
We did all right for each other.
Yeah. No, that's good. It's all jokes aside. That's good.
Craigslist, baby. Craigslist.
Yeah. Well, no, and all jokes aside too, it's great because like his wife is fantastic. His daughter's amazing. Like, they get along with my girlfriend. We have barbecues. Our friends get along. It's a really cool little vibe in the circle. Yeah.
That's good. That's important because, being in a band is, they say, I wouldn't know because I'm not in a band, but I could imagine it's much like a relationship in that, you have a lot of time together, you could have differences of opinions, all that kind of stuff. So it's good that you guys get
a lot of time and a lot of things that go over budget. And we're like, all right.
Typical marriage.
Yep. Exactly.
Right. Spending too much money.
Yep. And, it's like, I want to redo this song. It's like, well, we don't have it in the budget, sweetie. And sure enough, it's like, happy wife, happy life. We redid the fucking song.
So when's your birthday?
November 7th.
Okay, so you're releasing this on the 5th.
Yeah, 6 days after you. Yeah, 5th is the Friday because you got to release them on Fridays.
Yeah, I wish. Yeah, I miss when it was Tuesdays.
See, I would like a Tuesday. We tried a Thursday, and that did not really do that well.
Didn't do well.
Because we figured Thursday, right, which technically like Wednesday night, right, and then Friday is when the Discover Weekly or whatever comes out, and I forgot that they do it Friday night. So like by the time Thursday was in, we kind of got pushed to the bottom because we were like, but we
Well, maybe you're too young for this. Maybe like back in my day, CDs came out. If you believe it or not, full length records came out on Tuesdays.
Oh, I am not that young. I remember, but I'm gonna date myself if I tell you about my record story. But I remember, this was
right behind us. Got a little record player.
Oh yeah, well, not that kind of record, but
no, I know you're saying.
Yeah, I was working at a summer camp, and that's actually when Viva La Vida came out, and I assume it was a Tuesday or Wednesday morning or whatever. and I'm never up early still to this day. I was never up early, but I went to the record store before work, and I got the CD, and we had a little boom box that we played at work. And so we listened to the album like 3 times at work, and I was like, dude, I love this, man. That's so cool. Yeah.
I miss Tuesdays because like Friday is already Friday. Like Friday is the end of the week. Friday has its day. It has its feel. It has its vibe.
Everybody does shit on the weekends, you know?
So Tuesday was nice because it was something like Mondays are always shit. If
Yeah.
you get through Monday, there's gonna be a new release on Tuesday. Life's good.
Mhm.
But they took that from us too.
You make a good point. Imagine that Taco Tuesday and Release Tuesday. That'd be fantastic.
I don't know.
I love
But anyways, back to the song. Back to what we're here for.
Oh yeah. Back to the press thing. We gotta do
Reel back in.
Yeah, let's get back into your mental health and your depression, and just talk to us, Colton.
Yeah.
Just talk to us. Tell us how you feel.
Yeah, tell us about the song, man. So what's going on with the song?
Yeah, so honestly, so the song is really about. So I typically write choruses first, and then kind of get the vibe. So this one I actually didn't write the chorus first. I started writing this as it kind of went along, and I was legitimately like staring out that window, and it was like rainy and gray, so that was kind of literal. But my thing has kind of been, I'm pretty sure it's similar in Pennsylvania, but pretty much since the pandemic, like, a lot of things have been shut down,
Mhm.
and then a lot of things haven't opened back up, and then a lot of things have shorter hours, and a lot of things have special rules and or reservations and shit like that. And I've always kind of been an off the cuff, extroverted kind of person. So, hey, I'm bored. Let's go to the barcade or whatever, right? Or hey, I haven't been to the movies in forever. Let's go to the movies. And like it wasn't even like that sparked it. But my girlfriend, like, she works at the hospital, so she works like shift work, like 8 to 8. So by the time 8 o'clock runs around, like shit's closed at like 8:39, so we can't even get a fucking dinner, right? And then I'm like, all right, we can rush a dinner in if she goes right from work. Then we can go to dinner and then a movie. And then I look and the movie stopped playing at like 7:30. And it's just like, dude, it's like Mike makes a joke about what we're shooting the video at. It's like everything you look forward to, I just felt like was like pulled away.
Mhm.
And and then you start getting your feelings, right? And then you're like, all right, well, I say like that. I kind of grew up in a household where it's like, all right, well, you're sad, get over it, kind of get up. You'll be fine. Everybody goes through it. Everybody does it. So that was, oh, you didn't hear the song. Oh, well, the lyrics. Yeah. So that's kind of lyrics. Like you get sad sometimes and that's all right. So it's kind of like, me, honestly, just me venting my frustrations with life. And then bringing it into a chorus where we're saying like, it's okay. Like it happens to everybody. You'll get through it. That's something that I tend to try and do when I write songs is if you have a verse that's like super depressing and down, you try and change that with a chorus that's, gives a little bit of inspiration or energy or happiness, I guess. Because that's half the reason I make music is to make other people feel good. Because that's what I like when I listen to music, is I want this music that, makes me like feel like this, or like feel incredibly good or even sad. But, when I write sad music, it ends up being usually like sad music wrapped in happy, or sad lyrics wrapped in happy music. But
well, I would say like just listening to the song when he sent it to me, like for most of what he did, it was the most direct with his lyrics. It wasn't like there was very tongue in cheek or there was like
it was like a journal.
Yeah, it was just pretty much, you were pretty much just telling your feelings and that was it. Yeah, like you're speaking. So it was different than other songs that he wrote. So I think some of the other songs were more like poems. He put the music, but I liked it because it was just very straight, honest, a little bit different. Also, the vibe of the song is a lot different than what we usually go for. It's a little bit more of a, not to say sad boy song, but it's like it's just more of just like a lower key, not like lo-fi, but no, yeah, it's just a ballad. And most of our music is very more upbeat
and very production. And there's 19 million guitars going on, all panned different ways, and 3 days of tracking, and acoustic guitar and electric guitar. And this was, like I said, we did this in this was the first track for the band that we did pretty much in this room, which is pretty cool because I've been trying to produce since we started the band. And I'm all right. I can do demos, and obviously I can write, but I don't know if you're probably pretty familiar with music, right? So like there's a massive difference between a demo and then like a mixed radio ready song. So for the past, I guess 3 years that we've been a band, I've been chasing and trying and practicing and getting new plugins and getting more new plugins and getting even more new plugins. But and taking classes and stuff like that. So this one we kind of came up with and just because it is a business, we do enjoy having other people as part of, the production team to make sure, we get some different ears on it. We get some odds and ends that we couldn't do.
Yeah, I would say basically, I mean, it sounded like for the first time,
up.
I was like, wow, this actually sounds like it's almost ready. So we just hired a audio engineer,
Noah,
just
Noah
to mix it for us.
Give him a shout out, Noah.
He's the man.
Noah.
Yeah. And he just mixed it for us to make sure everything was, polished
solid,
as far as the sounds and frequencies.
Yeah.
And we're very excited because that's going to be the first of many songs we're releasing in 2021 too.
Yeah. Funny enough, because we enjoyed Noah so much, we had this other song from our EP that not unhappy with, but we had gotten the final mix essentially. And we were like, there's some certain, it doesn't sit right. It's not a bad song. It's a great song. Rob, our other producer, Rob did a fantastic job on it, but there's just some things we want to tweak and stuff. So sure enough, we were like, hey, Noah, we like the job you did with Sad Sometimes. Any chance you want to check this one out? And so sure enough, we decided to sign him on board for that one too.
Yeah. So, I mean, we have, that's like 1, 2, we have like what, 7, 6,
if
7
you include
songs.
Sad Sometimes, I want to say 7.
7.
If we include the dad song too.
Right. So we have a lot of music that we're going to be releasing finally because it's been over a year. Because like the pandemic, we were kind of waiting to see what the hell was going to happen.
Yeah. So we made an executive decision too, which was 2021. We were like, all right, this COVID shit's still going on. Shows ain't happening right now. So we're taking the fucking year off. We're not releasing anything because if you release, as I'm sure you know, you kind of got to go release, bunch of press, tour, or show to get that new music out. So we were like, dude, if we release this stuff, we have no way to kind of follow it up.
Yeah.
So we kind of agreed early on, and then as you see, fall, tours are opening back up for next year, things like that. So we were like, I got impatient. I was like, I wrote the song. I want to release it for my fucking birthday. We're going to do that. And then next year, starting 2021, I think we're going to have a planned out release. 22. Fuck.
I knew what you meant.
But yeah. So anyway, long story short is yes, we have Said Sometimes. We're very stoked on it. Very just in-house song, and we're very proud of it. And then we're going to be next year, finally, yay, releasing all the songs we recorded over the past year and a half.
So is this the only song for this year?
This is going to be the only song for this. Unless we can get our shit together. I want to do a Christmas song. I've been wanting to do a Christmas song for 3 years, write our own Christmas song. Yeah.
Okay.
Be cool. Yeah.
Why not?
Probably. Well, yeah, it takes a lot.
What else are you going to do?
Yeah. I know. Well, actually, you're not wrong. We've been trying to write. I've been, I got a couple I've been working on. That's what I do when I'm bored and I want to be useful.
You write music.
I literally I try and come in this room.
Well,
and
just cover one that's already done. So then the lyrics are already made. You just put your own spin on it.
Yeah. We're the worst. We hate covers, man. It sounds.
But it's Christmas. It's Christmas song. That's something you can cover. Put your own little twist on it, and content. It's content, right?
He's not wrong.
You're not wrong.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Christmas song then?
Oh shit, dude! I don't know. I remember growing up. It was probably early mid 90s. They were always the alternative Christmas songs or the Smashing Pumpkins song.
Oh,
I think what was it called?
There's something about Christmas time. Those ones and the Band-Aid one. Yeah, Feed the World. Yeah, I love those ones. That's good shit.
What was her name? Sia put out an awesome Christmas album a few years ago. Oh, it's so good. Also, go back to Fall Out Boy. Fall Out Boy's "You'll Shoot Your Eye Out" is honestly one of my favorites. But Sia's Christmas album, I mean, it obviously sold and it got a lot of streams. But
Sia,
it's something else.
I'm trying to think. I mean, you can't even screw it up because it's Christmas.
Also, the Killers.
The Killers, yes.
Well, the Killers with Joel the Lump of Coal that they did on the one of the night shows or the late shows or something like that. I fucking love that song. Like unironically love that song. And the lyrics are masterful genius. It talks about this lump of coal, and at the end of the song, it's like, you're not a useless gift from Santa. Like if you're pressed, if you press a coal, you turn into a diamond. So it's like, you're actually very special. It's really, it touches me.
I always wanted to write a song. This is getting like a little naughty, but about like Santa Claus is out for that one night, right? Guaranteed.
Mrs. Claus, dude.
Guarantee. She knows he's gone for that one night. Things aren't going well, and the North Pole. What's going on with Mrs. Claus?
Does he get a hall pass for the night?
She gets a hall pass.
Yeah, she's the one. He out working.
Is she being naughty?
Oh, so she's the okay.
Yeah, I mean,
I like that because that's not.
He knows that Santa's gone. And he has to be gone. I mean,
he's been working hard these last couple of months. He ain't paying attention to Miss Claus.
Or he could be coming home rough night. But I'm sorry.
She can make the TikTok where like she texts Santa that he's gone, come over.
Right. That's right. Brings the elves over.
Santa's gone, come on over.
Well, they're working too.
I was actually, unironically, I was thinking about a song about Rudolph, because Rudolph has that same Joel lump of coal kind of feel of always being the outcast and kind of deal, but not like the actual Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer song. Oh, hey, buddy. He's got to go.
Yeah,
you have a cat?
Yeah, I have a cat. He's allergic. I have two cats.
Oh no.
Super allergic to cats.
Yeah.
I have like actually a tissue ball up here.
I have he's been like,
sure, okay. Tissue ball. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Christmas song. Do it.
Do you have cats?
I have two. Yeah, typically, if I let the one down here, it would be like behind me, crawling around.
What kind of cats?
Oh, I don't even know. I mean, one's black.
Oh, you got a black cat, yeah.
Yeah.
And I got like a tabby and a white and black that looks like a cow.
Okay, cool. My one cat is 17 years old and he's diabetic.
Damn, that's an old ass cat.
And he's been diabetic for 9 of them.
Wow.
So
I would think that'd be an older thing, but that's wow. He or she?
It's a he.
He's a fucking trooper, huh?
Yeah, my vet has no idea how he's still alive. But yeah, insulin shots twice a day.
Wow.
And not cheap.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it's 9 years he's been diabetic. It's crazy.
That's crazy. And what about the other one?
That one's 6 or 7. Okay. We rescued that one from outside our last house or whatever, maybe 2 houses ago. It was outside. It would like come up it was during the wintertime. It would come up, and of course my wife, the special person that she is, and the love she has for animals and all things. Yeah. She started feeding it. And then we built it we got a styrofoam cooler and put blankets in it. It's like under a table, so it had like a place to at least stay.
Oh, yeah, safe, yeah.
But eventually, it kind of kept coming up and made contact, and then it was sitting outside the sliding glass doors, and it was meowing. And it was like one of the coldest winters we've had in a long time. It was back in 2015. And as it was meowing, you could see little puffs of air come out of his mouth. Oh. And I'm like, I can't leave it out there. Like
you coming in, you mine now.
Bring it in, and then I guess the cat had a cold, which is a cat flu, which it can so we kept it like in the bathroom away from my other cat because my other cat was diabetic. And we didn't want to cross them until we got the cat to the vet. Kept them separate, but I guess this flu could live in like the feces for like 2 weeks in the litter box. So they at some point, after the vet visit, even they were using the same litter box, and my cat got really sick. The diabetic cat got really sick. It needed a feeding tube, all kinds of shit. It was a $3,000, $4,000 vet bill.
Oh my gosh!
And the little shit's still alive.
Yeah, well, you know.
But again, my vet's like, not many people would do what you're doing, and I'm like, so
it's my boy.
Well, it is. So the reason I have the cat even was because my best friend's dad had passed away back in 2004. And my friend was going off to college at Penn State main campus. So the cat that he had all these kittens, and he couldn't take them to school with him.
Yeah.
And his dad was it had died. So like there's these kittens sitting around. So I took one.
Ah, that's
Picked the wrong one.
nice. Well, you know.
I'm kidding. I wouldn't. But yeah.
He found the right owner. That's for sure.
There you go. That's
Sucker.
Well, I mean, like it's like I have a cat because like you can go on vacation and you leave water and food out for it. It can, you can have like the in-laws stop in and clean the litter box every couple of days. No big deal. Not now. Now I got to pay someone to come twice a day.
Oh yeah. Well, I was gonna say, tell my girlfriend that I got like my guys they claim 5. I think they're younger, but my guys, yeah, we got to feed them morning. You got to feed them at night. Yeah, you have to make sure they have new water. Oh, the food's been out for 2 days. That's not fresh. You got to throw out the dry food. It's been out for 2 days.
Yeah,
you're
right.
My guys get pampered, but I love them. They're my little guys.
I know.
I got my 2 cats at the start of the pandemic, March 2020, because we were kind of bored and we were like, we're gonna be stuck in silos because of fucking pets, Yeah. Dope. All the other cats at the shelter, man, I got bit twice. I got scratched like 3 times. And then finally these 2. I was like, why didn't you show me them? They're like, oh, they're 2. You said you only wanted 1 cat. And I was like, this is unbelievable. Just let me play with these guys. Go get the paperwork. And love at first sight. It was
yeah. Mike's like, I'm allergic to shit. I hate these cats.
I've been sneezing ever since.
We got to get Mike a dog, though. You got to get a dog.
Well, I had a dog and she died, and I got the tattoo of her face on my arm. So that's
nice.
Yeah, so
nice.
Loved her. Good girl.
Yeah, pets are cool, man.
Yeah,
hell yeah. But can't trust somebody that doesn't, like them. Can
you imagine like to being cruel to an animal?
Oh no, I can't. I could, because I can understand people beating each other up once in a while or some shit like that. I just with an animal, like, come on,
They're innocent.
Yeah. I love like, gifts where like people like try and like either like kick a dog or something. The dog like gets out of the way and then the person like falls and hurts himself or some shit. Like
karma.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So anything else for 2021? Just a song and the Christmas tune coming out, right?
Song, he's really pushing the Christmas tune now. I shouldn't have said that.
You have to.
We're doing a music video for the song.
You said that. Is that tomorrow?
Shooting tomorrow.
Yeah.
Shooting tomorrow.
Yeah. Where's that being done? Can you say?
Right out this door.
Oh, still home video.
Yeah. So actually, that's another cool part is when we met. Surprisingly, we ended up being more similar than we thought. So I went to school for communication with concentration video production.
Yeah.
Actually, University of Delaware, which is close to Penn State ish. But Mike has a degree in what, photo or video or both?
Film, TV. Yeah.
Was it BA? Right? Yeah. Anyway, so we both had degrees in that. I worked in New York doing like camera operation, producing shit like that. So I worked in the industry for a little bit. Mike is very good at, and he's also a really good director. So we actually work really well as a team. I don't know if you can see, but that's actually this one. That's actually my Sony A65. And as Mike moves his head, that was the first camera I got right out of film school, the Blackmagic cinema camera. And we still use those. I mean, they look great as studio decos, but we still use them. We got the lenses, we got our little rigs. I got to figure out lighting tomorrow because I typically do that. But yeah, and
charge your battery
and charge all the batteries, all the batteries. Yeah. But that's really cool with the band too. Any photos, Mike typically takes care of, and then any videos, we both typically take care of. Me doing more the tech stuff, and Mike doing more the directing stuff. But it's cool being able to do that in house, and invite some friends over, and have a good time, order some pizzas, shoot some stuff.
I find that to happen a lot in bands today. Like I feel like back in the day, the bands would just either perform songs and that was it. But now it's very like every guy not only contributes with an instrument, but also like editing or videography or photos or promo ads for social media and shit like that. It's pretty neat.
I feel like I see, and you're dead on, because I feel like I see every band now, they self-produce themselves as far as their music. Yeah. They in-house their video. I mean, they do graphic design.
It's
so different now. It's like,
it's
years ago, it was never
Yeah.
like that.
Years ago, it was you were a band, you made music. Now it's we've gotten into this for like 3 years now. Now it's you're a business. So you
Mhm.
need to figure out how to do the web hosting side of things. You need to figure out, like you said, the content side of things. And then for
Yeah.
content, that's so many parts. That's, it's like the actual shooting the video, then you got, the audio of the video, then you got the editing, then you got any special effects, and you got coloring,
Just going out and playing a show isn't going to cut it anymore.
Yeah.
But that's what sucks though, right? Because like back in the day, people would do drugs or get drunk, whatever, play music, and like whatever they did afterwards was
I still do that. I don't know.
Yeah. But
no, now it's like you said, it's a business. Like, and like a lot of bands now, they really take it as that, which is great. But it's almost like, I'm sure it's still fun, but like it's a lot of work.
Fun. It's fun to an extent, but you're not wrong. Yeah, back in the day, man, it used to be, find a band that's going on tour, finagle your way into either getting the whole opening, slot or just opening for a couple of shows, and or find a venue that like has a local opener when people come through, and then you're done. But now, yeah, dude, we're doing everything. You got to do like even like beanies, right? So we ordered beanies, right? We all got to chip in to buy the beanies, and then we're looking at like our profit margins and like how much it costs to ship stuff. And then all of a sudden we're like, yeah, so we ended up doing all this work and we're making $40 selling 20 beanies. Like, great job, guys.
If you guys need merch, let me know. I work for a company called Axelrad.
Oh,
Axelrad screen prints. Yeah.
we will be talking
100%. We literally hop around and we're like, yeah.
Yeah, check them out. I'll hook you up.
Yeah, man.
You have to pay for shipping, which sucks. But I mean,
shipping, we get that. It's a big fucking box,
It sucks. It sucks. So expensive.
Yeah.
I just drop shipped a package to Cold. Remember Cold? Cold, the stupid girl, 03.
Cold. Oh, it sounds
if you heard the song, you would know it.
Stupid girl.
No. That's Hole. Is that Hole?
I feel like
is that garbage?
Garbage. Yes, garbage holes.
Oh, you gotta.
Stupid girl. Stupid girl. Stupid girl. Na. Stupid girl.
I'm getting that.
Damn. It sound a little familiar. I don't know if you can play it on the mic. That you might get a.
Can't. Yeah. We'll get pulled down off YouTube.
There it is. Okay, cool. I'm gonna save it for later.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Then just like message me on Facebook.
Here. Wait. I just want to hear it for 2 seconds. I don't know if this is gonna be like dead air. You could do like throw a plug.
They're listening to Cold right now. If they don't know who Cold is, it's gonna break my heart.
Okay.
I haven't heard that exact song. I bet Chris would be our bass player, would be the one.
Yeah.
All right.
He loves that. Yeah.
In any case, they're on tour.
Nice.
I just drop shipped another package. Then it was a fortune overnight. Like, so they're on tour, so I had to like
really
next day like spot. But yeah, so I'll take care of you.
We'll be in touch. Yeah, awesome.
Well, we're also same thing. We're a business too. We're not expecting any, handouts, but
yeah. And if you don't like the price, then you say I don't like the price. No big deal.
Oh, nice. What a guy.
Well,
I like this guy.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a cool. I used to work in radio. That's how I got started doing this whole thing. I used to have a radio show.
Oh, sweet.
I was gonna say, you have a very good presence about you in terms of the microphone and phrasing, pausing. Yeah.
Well,
we struggle with that. I talk over everybody.
Oh yeah.
I'm not. I have no like. Even when I had the show on the radio, I had no like practice. I had no business being on the radio. I just had the passion and the kind of connections, I guess you could say. Because what I did is it was just an hour on every Saturday night where I featured like local music.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. That's cool.
So I've been in the media part of this area for about 18 years. Before that, I worked for a entertainment weekly called The Weekender, which was like the Bible. Like, it was before social media, so it came out every Wednesday, and like every bar, every venue, they advertised who was playing, the beer specials, all that kind of shit. And every Wednesday, people picked it up because it was free. It was the Bible, people called it. So I've been around music and musicians. I've lived with musicians, all that kind of shit. So like, I got the radio show just because they're like, well, the bands, the music, blah, blah, blah. People know who you are. So I did that for 4 years. It was 2017 to 3 years, 2020. And then the station changed its format. And with that being said, the show was also, they said, we're going to put you on hiatus.
Yeah. Was that a COVID thing?
No. See, I work for a company that's they're very good at do what we say, not as we do. So what I mean by that is, we were a radio station, so my primary job was sales. So I would sell people advertising on the radio.
Right.
And when it came to like looking at us and what we did, it's like, well, how do we market ourselves? Oh, we don't do that. No. But you just go sell. Like, it's like, well, how do we gain listeners? How do we make this product something that people want to advertise on? John, don't get ahead of yourself. Just, whatever.
Stay in your lane, John. Right?
Yeah. So it just turns out to be like, it wasn't getting the numbers they wanted to receive, like the listenership and all that kind of shit. So they decided we're going to change the format. It's now called Q92. And they wanted to target women because I guess studies still show that women do or have more of the decision-making capabilities. So with that being said, people want to, you want to advertise to women because they're the ones making the decisions.
Yeah.
I don't believe that's true. I mean, I'm at the store more than my wife is.
Yeah.
But it just, so that was October. Actually, no, it was the last show I did was October 31st last year. Then they played Christmas tunes for 2 months.
That'll happen.
And so I was put on hiatus. So in that time frame, it was like I didn't have a home, I didn't have a show. I'm like, and I know what that means. Like, putting me on hiatus or putting anything on a hiatus to me was like me telling my kid maybe or we'll see. Like,
yeah.
I just want to get you out of our hair like right now. So I started this because I still wanted, like, I felt like I needed the local scene more than they needed me. So I was like, who am I? Where do I go? What do I do? And so I started this where we can still, kind of, talk at length about the music, about lives, and just kind of shoot the shit. And I'm also a huge Joe Rogan fan, so that kind of pushed me in the direction too. So
nice, that's awesome. I love Joe Rogan. Have you ever seen Kill Tony? The
yes,
yeah. My buddy showed it to me. I was on a drive back from West Virginia, and so like I couldn't watch, so he threw it on. I listened to it basically. It's like a podcast, I guess, on the way home. And it was awesome. Yeah, it was I think it was the 500 special with Joe Rogan.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
He was just on it recently, maybe like 2 weeks ago. And he and Bert Kreischer just got done doing a 5-hour podcast. So they got to Kill Tony and they were both hammered shit. But he was actually, I don't want to say obnoxious, but he kind of was like, he wasn't the calm, collective.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why so then I felt like that was the only thing holding me to that station and that radio group. Because I worked for 3 stations at the same, the ownership had 3 stations. And I had an opportunity to work with this company called Axelrad that I've known for 10, 11 years. And we had talked about working together for a long time. They were moving to a new building. They needed some help with sales and marketing and operations and all that kind of shit. So I got an offer from them, and like in radio sales, I was 100% commission, and they wanted to put us back on 100% commission during the pandemic. And I'm like, I got a family to feed, and I can't, can't like
pandemic, my friend.
Yeah. And like a lot of my accounts where I had car dealers who aren't currently advertising because they can't get new cars to sell.
Yeah.
Concert venues, they at the time, like, January this past year, they weren't open.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, you know what, maybe my time here is done. And that's that.
Hey, the onwards and upwards, right?
Yeah.
So we was trying to do and say.
Yeah. So I don't want to keep you guys too much longer. I've already taken up a lot of your night. I feel like just a little over an hour. But the break plans. How did the name come up?
This is Mike's. I'm gonna let you answer because this is your most fun question, and also I know this sounds really unprofessional. I just gotta hit the bathroom real quick.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, the very beginning of the band, when we first after our Craigslist date, we started trying to become friends. We decided, you know, obviously, if we're gonna start do a band, we got to hang out. So probably the third or fourth meeting was my birthday. So the plan was to kind of party at my house during the day and then go out into Asbury Park, which is right by us, to go party for the night, right? So Colton never made it to the day session of the party. I don't know what happened, but he ended up showing up late. But he ended up showing up, and he saw that we were kind of in a good spirits. So he brought a small bottle of tequila. He brought a 12-pack of Miller Lite, and he was trying to like catch up to us, but he did it in the worst way possible. Where he drank a lot of tequila, had a few too many beers, and basically what happened was we were about to like get ready to go out, and that's when the alcohol hit him, and he ended up falling over my drum set. He couldn't really stand, and we had so right before that happened, where the alcohol hit him, we had a talk about what should the band's name be, and there was a line from a song that I like from a band called The Academy Is. It was break plans to make plans, and I always like the name Break Plans always stood out to me. So we were like, let's name our band the Break Plans, and he wasn't sold on it. But after Colton couldn't go out for my birthday because he was a little too inebriated or whatever, he was like, you know what, the Break Plans, we broke your plans for your birthday. It makes sense. Let's do that. So that's kind of how it happened. Yeah.
That's fate.
It was fate. Yeah.
That's one of the more interesting ways I've heard.
Yeah. I mean, like, you know, we obviously all drink a little bit, but so it's not like he's like, you know, a crazy drinker, but he was trying to join the fun. He just did it in the worst way you can do it by just trying to drink that fast. So yeah, but it worked out, and it's a funny story. He's still embarrassed to this day. I think that's why he probably left, because I think he's a little embarrassed by it.
He's very nervous. He was on a first date, you know. It's one of the
that
was the first date, but you know what I'm saying.
No, it was like a third date, you know.
Yeah, just trying to
and he wanted to make it count.
Shake the nerves off.
What was the third date?
The name.
That was not.
It was like the third date.
Actually, he's not wrong.
I'm talking about how it was like our third probably hangout.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like band hangout. So
I'm not gonna lie. The next morning, I was like, "Fuck! I don't think he wants me in his band. I think I fucked this up."
But I think we're gonna probably start stopping telling that story, just because I don't know, the alcohol thing may scare people off. I don't know. You're
not even 30 years old. It's fine.
Yeah.
I was closing bars down at your age until like every night of the week.
Yeah.
But it makes for a good memory, and my drum set survived, so that was a good thing.
Oh, he's got a Gretsch. It's like a champion set. Yeah, I didn't fall over that bad. You know, it was kind of
only twice.
Lost my balance. You know.
Well, this whole thing is like a true like relationship. Like how everything happened. Like third date, Colton's nervous. Gotta have some booze to shake the nerves and just.
It was the tequila that did me in. I'm sure he said that. I can drink.
Right.
Champ when it comes to beer.
Well, we just said, like you said, you just kind of
tried to catch up.
Just try catching up.
Yeah. It's a hot day too.
Yeah. It was a very hot day.
Yeah. But then you're waking up, you're nervous, like, oh, did I fuck this up? Like, yeah, this is.
I was literally like, dude, I didn't think, did I fuck this up? I go, I fucked this up. He's not gonna want to talk to me again. This is so embarrassing. I ruined his birthday. Blah blah.
It's such a guy and girl thing.
Yeah. And then he was like, yo, dude, so you feeling all right?
Well, actually, one of the best parts of this story was, this is like when you're definitely feeling it. We ordered pizza for my birthday, and I have like garlic and onion powder and whatever we put on it. He's like, he gets a slice of pizza and puts the onion powder, but he opened the thing up instead of lifting it, and it all went on his pizza. But he stood his ground. He's like, no, I like that much onion powder on my pizza. And he ate like a mountain of onion powder.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I meant to do that.
And I was like, yo, he's so feeling it right now. It was good. And he's like, this is good pizza. This is good pizza.
Oh, that's funny.
Good times.
So yeah, it was meant to be. It was meant to be.
Well, good. You're making good music together. What if you had your way? I mean, what would the future for the Break Plans look like? I mean, obviously, yeah, you want to travel the world and get signed, but like in those are obviously things that every band wants to
Those
do.
are long-term goals.
Right. What are you guys thinking short term?
I want to say this, right? Because it's kind of.
I think what would be just really nice is being able to quit the daytime job and just be a band full time. You know, something where we're not.
Whether that be,
I'm not looking to hit the lottery making millions, but you know, just being like a functioning full time musician where I could make it like my everyday.
Right. Whether that be going and playing shows or saying,
Yeah.
hey guys, you have a podcast interview at 9 a.m. Then you have the studio. Then you have lunch with this person. Then you got your time, you know, like shit like that. Like,
I just want to finish that. And it's really just it, like you said, the whole like going on tour. That's so far out of there. I just really wish we could get our music really out there to more people. That's been our hardest thing, which is getting it out there to people. There's so much music out there, and there's a lot of good music out, and there's a lot of crap too. And I think I stand by our music. I think it's pretty good, and it's just not getting enough ears. And I just really wish in the future, long-term goals, short-term goals, just getting it to people that could hear it, because I think they'd like it.
Wait, that's a great point, because so to put it into like, because I know like Joe Rogan and them, they like to put it into like factual numbers and stuff like that, right? So we float around, like when we were doing marketing, we were floating only like 1,000 like monthly listeners on Spotify, right? I say only. Now we're at like 500, and granted we haven't like actively made music and marketed stuff, but you know, we do, you know, as is human nature, we do tend to compare ourselves to other people, right? So other bands, right? And we're talking about these bands who have 14 to 20,000 monthly listeners. And, you know, and they're not huge per se. Like even one of them, you know, recently like broke up, and they're all doing, you know, different things. But I'm telling you, like, it's like that. Like Mike says, it's, you know, it's not like we're looking for like, you know, 50 new people. It's just like, dude, honestly, we haven't caught a fucking break with anything when it comes to like playlists or even, you know, just like the love, to be honest with you. Like we've always kind of felt we've always feel like we get fucking picked on, man. I'm not gonna lie. And that's kind of what got me into music in like the first place, was because you were like picked on, and so you'd make me music about your feelings and stuff. But like, I'm telling you, man, it's. I understand now when people say it's so hard in this industry. It's cutthroat because everybody's so fucking competitive. Like it's ridiculous. Without naming the band, we always say this story. There's one band who like basically reached out to us and were like, "Hey, can you stop talking to our fans because they're our fans?" And we're like, "What? Wait, so like what? They're not allowed to listen to any other bands? It's your fan, your fan,
only them."
So don't contact them. We're not allowed to talk to them because they're your fan. And I was like, what?
Do they not know about the internet? Like that's one thing I feel so bad about musicians today, because like you said, it's oversaturated. It's so hard to like break through all that noise.
Stick out. Yeah.
So that would just honestly be, you know, I know I said quit my day job, but honestly, just a nice plan, but just getting our music just out there where more people can hear it, and make your own, you know, your own judgment from there.
I would say my thing is my short-term goal would be that old school way of either hitting up a venue or figuring out who's going on tour and just being like, hey, look, we can play anywhere from 15 minutes to like an hour and 10. Like that would be, you know, including the 2 new songs. We play like anywhere from that. Like, and we're tight, you know, like we'll sound good, you know, like let us just, you know, give us the opportunity.
Sure.
So I think in both ways, it's really just an opportunity to be heard, you know?
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I think you have a good opportunity with, you know, to get that done with the new song, and the songs you have, they're good songs, and I hope the best for you guys for that.
Well, thank you, man.
Thanks so much.
We hope one day that we can, you know, end up being a little bit bigger, so that way we can come back on your podcast and we can talk about how much fun this time was.
Yeah, and you guys can like be bigger than I am. You probably are bigger than I am even now, and then you can introduce me to all your fans, and then I can get bigger.
Look at that. That's how it should work.
And honestly, that's exactly what we're all about, is just like, is that.
Yeah, we'll share the shit out of your podcast. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah. I mean,
and plus, I know it gets difficult, but even if you have like a 15 or 30 second like spec that you want us like run on our channel where like you throw a clip or whatever, like we love doing stuff like that, you know, like it's like, you know, you throw a clip, you know.
Yeah, I've been meaning to kind of explore that. Again, I'm not like good with like cutting up video and all that kind of shit. So what I do a lot of is just like when I get that, I just use like the iPhone, whatever the hell that is.
iMovie or
Yeah, whatever that is, and sometimes I do that, but that's such a pain in the ass sometimes. But yeah, I definitely have to. This is we're going on an hour and 15 minutes. It's like, do people really tune in that long? I'm not Joe Rogan, and I'm not funny, and hopefully, my guests are the ones that are,
well, we're
why
having
people. Yeah, I'm having a great time. I love doing this.
Yeah, we like think on our end too. This is kind of like what we do, or like what we like to be known as. It's like two chill dudes that kind of like also write music, and we do podcasts. And 9 times out of 10, our podcasts always are off. They get off topic really quick because we just end up bullshitting with people. It's so much.
That's why I try and get the important stuff out of the way in the beginning. That way, if people tune in for 10 minutes, all right, I know the band's name. I know they have something coming up, and then that's it. And if we go off on tangents, that's fine.
And you know what? I think we'll if you want, we'll send over our other music too. You can check out because it's a little different.
I'm sorry, I keep laughing. My cat is scratching at the door to try and get in.
But get the fuck out of here, man.
What are you doing? But our other songs we're releasing in next year, a little more upbeat, happier.
Oh, cool. So your stuff is now. I mean, it's very poppy and
but you'd be surprised. Like the new album, because hopefully this will get previewed eventually. But so like the EP, I should say, for next year, it's such a different sound, man. Like it was a different producer.
It's
we
sick.
wrote more, but
it's
man,
good stuff for sure.
Well, I hope when I talk to you next, you're both have quit your day jobs, or at least Mike. Colton, I don't know what you do during the day.
He doesn't really need to quit his day job.
So I'm a small business owner. I own my own business. I kind of grew up as I've always been a maverick. I don't like people telling me what to do. I don't work for people. I work for myself.
Good.
So,
Good for you. Yeah. What do you do?
Business. So I work in the mortgage industry. I'm going to keep it a little
discreet.
All right, that's fine.
No, what do they call that? Anyway,
hush.
No. Ambiguous. A little ambiguous.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Mike, I hope next time we talk that you've quit your day job and can focus on music.
Yeah, and then my wife will.
Mike's a teacher, but he's also he's a great teacher. Yeah.
So
that's a good gig, right?
Teacher, man. Yeah, I teach video class and video editing. So.
Oh, well, then that's not a bad gig.
It's not a bad gig, and hopefully I could quit soon though. So.
And then you can do it on the side. It'll be like you teaching, but we'll do it as a YouTube channel.
Yes.
Mike from the Break Plans teaches video.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, guys, best of luck.
Thank you,
Johnny. It was so nice meeting you, man. Thank you so
too.
much.
I appreciate you guys reaching out. I appreciate the time you gave me tonight. And again, I hope the best of luck for you guys, and hope that I'll talk to you again soon.
Awesome, man.
We'll be in touch about the merch. So.
Yeah, please, by all means. Like I said, if you like it, the designs, pricing, whatever. If not, that's cool too. But at least there's an opportunity.
Awesome, dude. Yeah, definitely keep in touch. And then as a bumper, don't forget November 5th. If it's before November 5th, pre-save it. If it's after November 5th, go play it. Sad sometimes by the Break Plans.
And at the Break Plans on all the social media platforms.
Break Plans on anywhere. TheBreakPlans.com and the Break Plans. That's us.
That's right.
All right. Awesome. All right, guys. Thanks so much.
You be good, man.
All right. We'll see you.
All right.